Good evening, everybody. Hey, Earl. I already see you're in here. Already smashed that thumbs up button. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're having a good week. Hope everybody's having a good week. John and Lindia, I believe, are still out on Donkeyland right now with Michael from Bruiser Baits. So they're going to jump in hopefully here in a little while once they get somewhere where they actually have some service. Because when we fish out there on Donkeyland, it is service is extremely spotty for sure, 100%. So Earl, how's it been going up your way? So you still got that bass fishing video I'm waiting on, getting ready to premiere. Hoping to see that sometime soon. Busy. When's that bass fishing video premiere? Couple days, right? Right on. Monday. Okay. Cool. I don't want you to give nothing away, but I'm interested to see if you do get a bass on it. So don't give nothing away, but I'm gonna say I think you did. That's my guess. I'm gonna say I think you got one or a couple. So hopefully I'm right, and hopefully you did catch some. How's the gas situation up by you? Like over here, it's been. I'm actually heading out on Lake Okeechobee tomorrow, and had to fill up the truck with gas. So I went out after we ate dinner, and hey, Rob, how's it going? Yeah, I went out after dinner to gas is fine there by you guys. Yeah, I went out and I went over to the gas station over here by the house. They were out, and there's another one just a little bit down the road. They were out, so I had to go basically about 3 miles south and about another 3 miles west, and hit the gas station out by that little area that I normally fish at, and they had gas, but they were $3.11 a gallon, and had to kind of bite the bullet on that one and pay it because I got an hour drive out to Chobe tomorrow, and got to have gas to make it there. So, and everybody over here is like panic buying. That pipeline that was shut down does not supply South Florida at all. And it's 350 up there. Oh, geez. I know exactly, Rob. We don't even get gas from that pipeline, and I honestly believe we have hit a special kind of retarded in this country when you're just like panic buying. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos and stuff of people like filling up plastic bags, like plastic Publix bags with gasoline, um, and like hoarding it. It's like these idiots with the toilet paper. Um, when COVID hit, it's ridiculous. It's just so yeah. Anyway, I did get the truck filled up. I have the truck filled up, ready to roll for tomorrow, and gonna go ahead and head out to Okeechobee, go do some fishing with Kenny Kenny MacArthur. You guys may have seen him. He'll probably jump in here in just a little bit. Kenny is John calls him Chatterbait Kenny. He and I are going to go out on Lake Okeechobee tomorrow. You saw some good explosion videos? Oh, they actually blew up? Like people that were doing that? You know what? Good. They deserve it. Being that stupid. My wife saw a video of somebody putting gasoline in the plastic totes. You know, like your storage container totes, putting gasoline in those. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I mean, how can we get to that point? Like where they're, those people are out there. It's insane. Right, right, Earl? Tell people there's a job shortage. They ain't going to do nothing about that job shortage until they stop this unemployment stuff and stop giving them their benefits. I know, it's exactly like if there was a hurricane coming. It's exactly what it looks like around here. I don't how is it up there by you, Rob? You're kind of Central Florida. I don't know how it is up by you. Hey, Brim Bass and Beyond, thanks for stopping in, bud. How you doing? Now, Brim Bass, we were, I don't know how long you were in here. Hey, Mel. 289? Oh, I'd punch somebody for 289 at this point. But Brim Bass and Beyond, you guys being affected by the gas pipeline shortage? Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. How's Charlie doing, Mel? And like I was saying, heading up to Pickwick in the morning. Nice. Chasing some smallies. I'm going to be out on, like I said, Lake Okeechobee tomorrow with Kenny, Chatterbait Kenny. You've seen him here in the chats before. He and I are going to head out and see if we can't get on some big fish on Lake Okeechobee. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I haven't bass fished on Okeechobee in many years. You know, we've been out a couple times with John and Lindia and doing some crappie fishing out there. What's up, Kenny? There's my man. That's who I'm going fishing with tomorrow. Welcome in, Chatterbait Kenny, as John calls him, but I just call him Kenny. Yeah, Kenny and I are going to go hit up Okeechobee tomorrow, and I'm super excited. Like I said, I haven't been bass fishing on Chobe in many years, and we're going on the north end of Okeechobee. And I grew up fishing the north end of Lake Okeechobee. My grandparents had a house out there, right on one of the rim, right on the canals that led out to the Rim Canal. And just don't call you late for dinner? Oh, heck no. But yeah, I'm super excited to get back out there and do some bass fishing. It's been way too long, and I am very excited to get out there and do some bass fishing. Rob, you filled the truck up Tuesday night after work, 30-gallon tank. Yeah, I just filled mine up, and it cost me like I was at almost a quarter, and like I said, the gas station that I found that had gas was $3.11 and almost $60. Full tank though, so pretty insane. It's only going to get worse as the summer approaches. It varies, Kenny. The gas over here varies. Like the one that's over here by my house that was out, where I went to try and go fill up. That was. Hey Charles, thanks for coming in. That was. They're $2.89 over there, and but the one that I had to go to fill up Yep, 311. Great band, by the way, but not a great gas price. So, but the truck's filled up, man. Ready to roll for tomorrow. Meet you out there. We'll go beat up the north end of Lake Okeechobee and see if we can't get on some big ones. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, it was funny. I left the house, Rob. I left the house, and my wife has a Costco card, and they put in a Costco gas station over here by us. And she's like, "Oh, you should have just taken the Costco card." I'm like, "All right, yeah, well, kind of dropped the ball on that one, but I got gas, so I'm happy. Whatever. Had to pay a little more, but I got gas, ready to roll for tomorrow." Anybody doing any? Brim Bass and Beyond's hitting up Pickwick tomorrow. Anybody else doing any fishing tomorrow? Some mean tweets and $1.85. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, Brim Bass. I don't think it's going to affect you much because they got that pipeline back open and they said everything should be back to normal by this weekend. So. But and that was the thing. It's like that pipeline being shut down didn't affect any supply that was coming into our area. It was the panic buying that all these people are doing down here. There's panic buying gas because they think there's a shortage, or they think there's going to be a shortage, or we're not going to get gas. It's and like Rob was saying earlier in the chat, it's just like when we get a hurricane. You get the lines at the gas station. Everybody just starts buying up gas for the generators and filling up all their vehicles. And then next thing you know, nobody's got gas. And you're driving around playing that game, who's got gas? So, yeah, thank you, media is exactly right. I will say this, though. The media, the local news around here did a really good job of, every time they were talking about the pipeline, saying the pipeline does not supply here to South Florida. And they kept saying it, but then again, I mean, you can tell a stupid person one thing. They're just stupid. They're just going to continue to be stupid. So, hey, Charlie. Glad you can make it in. I'm bringing out that... I'm heading out with Kenny tomorrow in Okeechobee, and I'm going to be bringing, where's it at? I got to find it. I'm bringing this guy with me. The one that you hand-painted, the little popper. I'm bringing that guy with me tomorrow. We're going to tie him on and a little topwater action, see if we can't get a big Okeechobee bass with that one. Yeah, we're all ports. It's all ports over Port Everglades over in the. I mean, that's where we get all of our gas from. That pipeline, like Kenny and I were talking about, that pipeline basically, if it supplies anything in Florida, it's like west of Tallahassee, way up north. Oh yeah, no, I plan on it. It's hard, I got to tell you, Mel and Charlie, it's hard for me to open them and like. I know they're meant to be fish, but I mean, they're just so damn pretty, and it's like, you almost don't want to, You almost want to display them. But I know they're meant to be fish, so I'm going to fish them, I don't know, Brim Bass. I think, I haven't talked to John this morning or at all today. But they were supposed to be taking out Michael from Bruiser Baits out there on Donkey Land. So he said, they may be a little late getting in to the chat because, I mean, if they're out there, they're going to fish till sundown. Hopefully getting on some big fish. I hope. Normally when they're out there, if they're doing really well, John and Lindia John especially will shoot me a text with some stuff. But reception is real spotty out there. There's only certain parts of the lake when you get to it that you can actually send or receive a text. So if they're not in those areas, then there's no reception. So once you get out that dirt road that leads to the ramp, once you get out, you know, once you get out there and you get into a certain spot, reception comes back, and then you're able to start making phone calls and start doing things, and then all of a sudden, it's funny, your phone just starts blowing up. Like when you were out there the whole day, you'll start seeing all these text messages just start showing up from when you were out there, and you couldn't get any reception. So, well, they should be in. John said they were going to be in tonight, so hopefully they jump in. And okay, Charlie, you saw that Kenny's going to give you a shout about some baits. But yeah, Brim Bass, I really hope they are getting on some. I really hope they are getting on some big bass out there, especially with Michael out there with them. Michael, whose last name is not Bruiser, as John says. Great guy, part ownership there of Bruiser Baits, and they've been trying to get together with him and take him out for a while now. So hopefully they were able to take him out today. He didn't tell me that they were or not, but they said they were working it out when I talked to him last night about heading out there. Kenny, Brim Bass is up there in Alabama. Tuscaloosa, right, Brim Bass? Near Tuscaloosa? Or as us Crimson Tide fans like to call it, Titletown? I know you're an Auburn fan. Had to rub it in, sorry. Yeah, like I said, I am pumped to get out there tomorrow with you, Kenny. Get out on Chobe Town. Rob, have you fished Chobe lately? Have you been out there at all? I'm sure. Oh God, I'm sure you hear it nonstop, Brim Bass, with up there living in Tuscaloosa and being an Auburn guy. I'm. My God, you must get it like crazy. That's got to be pretty bad. I mean, heck, I know I hear it down here from Roll Tide on your boat. That's right. I hear it down here when Auburn beats us. From there, there's a decent amount of Auburn fans that are here in where I live in Gardens. There's a decent amount of Auburn fans. The restaurant bar that's like right here down the road from me, they have an Auburn section, a bunch of like Auburn alum and stuff, and they have a section in there, and there's a decent amount of them here, and when oh yeah. Right there. Wait, there. Right there. Ugly Dog Lures. Had to put it up there. But yeah, I hear it from them when y'all beat us. And then my wife stops me from going over to that bar when we beat you because I'll start some crap. She's like, no, you're not going over there. I'm like, please. So, Brim Bass, you're heading down this way, right? What, next week? Or is it the week after? And you're only going to be, from what John was saying, you're only going to be, what, about 3.5 hours away from where from Donkeyland, right? From where you're staying? Kenny, I didn't know your dad was from Tuscaloosa. Sweet. Wife's family has, yeah. My cousin, who I consider my sister, she's up there in Hoover, Alabama. Oh, you're heading down like next Friday. Sweet. And like I was saying, like John was saying, you're only going to be about 3.5 hours away from Donkeyland, from what he was saying. You may have to make that trip, get out there, and that's a fun lake. It really is. It's a smaller lake. You know, there's a north side and a south side, and real shallow and fun lake to fish on. But like I said, tomorrow, Okeechobee. I can't wait. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, Kenny, I'm pumped, man. I am pumped to get out there tomorrow. Yeah, it has been, Rob. From the videos that John and Lindy have been posting, what they do, they did like what 83 fish the other day, and then like 40 something the other day. 100, I think he said like 119 fish in the boat over a day and a half. You know, they went out like a half a day one day and then a whole day the next. And yeah, they've been ripping them out there. And John beat Lindia. John beat Lindia both days. So I'm gonna wait till she whips up on his butt before I go back out there with him, because I don't want to be there when the reckoning comes. You're gonna try to figure out the logistics. Yeah, it's tough, man. I hear you. You know, just trying. You go down. You got a plan, but yeah, if you can work it in, it's definitely a little destination lake to go fish. And that dirt road is something else. Yeah, she got that trophy. That's right, Mel. She got that trophy. Right there, John was doing his he's doing his closer, wrapping up the day, and she's still behind him, just casting, and then rips in a like 8 right on the dot. It's too funny. That's exactly. I wouldn't expect anything less. You know, that was a nice fish. They caught some really nice fish out there. I mean, you know, 8-pounders, 7s, 6s, chunky little things. I wish I could go fish as much as they do. But you know, I got a job, and I gotta, you know, teach the youth of America. So I was in JV's live last night. There was a bunch of people in there. I don't know if JV's in here. I think if he does, he usually comes in a little bit later. He's a couple hours behind us. I was in JV's live last night. That was fun. He put everybody's name up on the wheel and spun the wheel. Featured my channel. With the FRS. Yeah, right? The Florida retirement system. Yeah, there'll be plenty of places for you to explore when you're down here. Plenty. Did you guys see that video? Buddy sent me a video on, I think it was on TMZ, if I'm not mistaken. That 22-year-old kid fishing down there in the Everglades, getting chased by the alligator. Gator came right up. He was tarpon fishing down there in the Everglades, and he was in a little cut. I would play the video, but don't want to get like flagged for copyright or anything. Yeah, kid was sitting there fishing. He was tarpon fishing, using a little swim bait, and as he's sitting there fishing, you can see right up to the right of him, you see this head pop up. And he recognizes it. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And this gator just starts coming towards the bank at him. He starts backing up, and this gator just straight up charged him. And it was about an 11-foot alligator. That thing was big. It chased him all the way up the trail. He tripped, fell, got up, still ran. He was fine. And the gator just stopped and stared at him, just sitting there staring at him. And then he kind of like went at it a little bit, and then the gator came after him. And so he kept running down the trail a little bit. Eventually, the gator turned around. And he's like, all right, I'm out of here. But that's why you don't go bank fishing down the Everglades right there. So brim bass trying to explore as much of the Fort Myers, Sanibel. So peacocks, tarpon, and snook off the bucket list. You're going to be down here a week, right? I think in a week you should be able to do that. Because there's peacocks over in Naples. Tarpon's, I would say, if you're going to have the hardest one, I would say tarpon. Tarpon are, they'll hit it. You may not reel them in. They are tough. They are tough to catch. But the peacocks, the snook, yeah, you'll definitely hook up on those over there. Tarpon are tough. Not bringing the boat. Little kayak fishing, that'll be cool. Yeah, Rob, gators and snakes. Nope. Oh, you guys got a guide that you're going with to try and get on some big tarpon? All right, then yeah, you'll probably cross them off your bucket list for sure. Sit out there with those big old rods, mullet, toss them out. Hang on. Remember that you gotta bow to the Silver King. So when they jump, that rod tip down. They're fun fish, man. I mean, even the little ones. I mean, even ones that are maybe 2 feet. Those things are just crazy, and they fight like heck. And snook are so much fun. I love snook fishing. They're kind of like them and redfish are kind of like the bass of salt water. They just fight a little harder. I totally agree with you, Rob. You can bank fish from there, but yeah, too many gators. Nope, I wouldn't do it. Not me. Way too many gators. It's Stick Marsh. Every time I've ever been to Stick Marsh, gators galore. It's like gator after gator after gator. I don't think I'd walk the bank there and fish. Not a chance. Now, I've only seen like Donkeyland. I know there's gators out there, but every time we've been to Donkeyland, I've only seen like 2 gators the entire time I've ever been to Donkeyland with John and Lindia. Just haven't really seen a lot of them out there. I mean, I know they're there. There you go. Yeah, no, Rob, I'm the same. I'm not, yeah. I ain't going to try. But yeah, you're right, Brim Bass. You throw a white fluke on, you should be good. Because the peacocks will eat it, snook will eat it, tarpon will eat it. Yeah, you should be good. Oh, Stick Marsh has a ton. I'll never forget the first time I went out there. The very first time I ever fished Stick Marsh. It was my father-in-law and I, and my wife and I, we weren't even married at that time. We were dating, and we went out there and just going along that one path. I mean, they're coming out of that area. There was nothing but gators. just sitting there on that little island. And I mean, they were thick. I was like, wow. I mean, they're and not small ones either. I mean, big gator just sitting out there. And that's the one thing my wife always worries about when I do the bank fishing. If I'm not, on the boat, she knows I'm on the boat. But when I go bank fishing and I do bank fishing videos on the channel, she always worries about the alligators. She's like, just watch out for alligators. Watch out for snakes and alligators, And I do. I mean, I keep a lookout for them. Yeah, I know you got to get up early, Kenny. I got to get up early too, because I'm gonna meet you out there. So as soon as we're done with the live tonight, I'm going straight to bed and gonna wake up and go meet Kenny. So appreciate you coming in, Ken, and supporting the live. And I will see you in the morning, man. And let's hope we can get on some good fish tomorrow, man. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. So, you know what? Here, hold on one second. Rob, you want to jump up? You can jump up, or if anybody wants to jump up, jump on in, and we'll continue the shenanigans. It was so funny. Speaking of shenanigans, Charlie and Mel, when we were doing the live the other night, and John was talking about the unknown peacock, or the unknown comic, and talking about the bag. And when we put the fish in the bag, that peacock that I caught, I got a couple comments on the video like, okay, what is that all about? Okay, I missed the live. Explain it to me. So I was like, all right, well, do I go ahead and explain it, or do I just tell them, hey, go watch the live? But so I explained it to a couple people that were on there. I was like, okay, you had to be in, but yeah, that was funny. There's Rob. All right, we got Rob coming in. There he is. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
It's going, man. It's been a week for sure.
Yeah, I've been at Stick Marsh before shiner fishing, where I was so surrounded by alligators that we almost couldn't fish for the first hour or something. Every time we throw a shiner out, we had about maybe 10 seconds before a gator started beelining for the cork.
Yep.
It was like 6 or 7 of them. It was crazy.
And that's exactly what happened to my father-in-law and I when we were out there. We were shiner fishing the first time I had ever gone out there. And, yeah, I mean, there were so many around. It was like we had to just basically wait till they were gone or find a new spot. And because they, like you said, they make a beeline right for that cork.
Yep.
So have you been out this week at all, or you've been working?
I did. I went out on Wednesday. I was not as motivated as I should have been. I got out there a little bit late, but a buddy of mine, I hit Lake Yale, which is sort of part of the Harris chain up this way, and it made me feel better that I got out there about daylight. So I got there about 7. I wanted to get there at 6, and I just didn't get up in time. But I caught 2. And my buddy that got out there ahead of me at like 5:45 caught 3. So
how were they any size or just?
No, they were just normal. They fought hard. I mean, they were probably 2 pounds or something like that. Okay. So they weren't real dinks, but they weren't really big either. But just caught 2, and but I was noticing. When I was out there there's a lot of hydrilla in that lake, and SWC apparently has been spraying intermittently trying to control it. And when I was out there in maybe February, March, a couple of times, there was an area, that real green slimy algae that kind of gets down on the hydrilla and stuff. And there were a couple of areas that were heavy with that, and there were some areas of the hydrilla that were clean. And so I moved around and got away from that green slimy stuff. And yesterday, the 3 or 4 places I tried to fish were all just full of that green slimy stuff. So I don't know if it's from them spraying or the weather warming up, but I don't remember seeing that last year. So
Yeah, I wonder if it is from them spraying.
I'm thinking. I've heard Okeechobee's really a mess right now with the algae, but hopefully that won't be on the north end where you're at. Hopefully that's further south.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all right, Kenny. I'll see you at 5:30, bud. Yeah, no, they've been talking about the Pahokee Marina, and
Yeah,
that's on the south end, and they've been talking about that as having a lot,
yeah.
and but no, we're going north, so we should be good up that way, not have to deal with any of that. I'm hoping.
It's going to be a mess. It doesn't sound like they got very much water off the lake this winter, and
No, they didn't.
and summer's coming, and the rain is coming, and probably some tropical storms are coming, and they're going to have to cut some of that nastiness loose, and it's going to be ugly again this year, which is
Yeah.
ironic because they're having meetings right now to end at least part of the Gulf. They've got that moratorium where you can't keep any reds or trout or snook on the Gulf Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of how bad the red tide was like 2 years ago.
Oh, so it still stems from that.
It
Okay.
still stems from that, and they've still got it closed. And they're having meetings right now to open it back up, at least for half of it. They may still keep the southern area on the Gulf, but they're going to open up some of the stuff closer to Tampa, I think. But I'm predicting right now it's going to be that bad or worse this year when they start opening those floodgates and moving that water off the lake. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not, but yeah, I think you're right, Rob. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be a nasty summer,
Yeah,
especially on the Treasure Coast.
yeah,
That's where it gets hit the hardest, is up there on the Treasure Coast. Like the Port St. Lucie, Stewart area. It sucks. It does make its way kind of down this way, into Jupiter, but like that couple years
yeah,
ago when it was bad, it wasn't as bad up in Jupiter. Um,
yeah.
but I mean, it was, if you hit like Stewart, Port St. Lucie, forget it. It was nasty.
Well,
And
yeah,
the what's the magazine? The Florida Sportsman magazine.
yeah,
Their headquarters is right there in Stewart,
yeah,
and their office is right there on one of the canals.
yeah.
And they were, I follow them on social media, and they were posting, picture after picture. I mean, it looked like grass. I mean, it was so green, it looked like grass out behind them, and it's a canal.
Yeah,
And they actually, I think it was tonight on the news, or was it last night? They had one of the guys that does a lot of editorials for them about the algae. They had him on one of the local news stations here, talking about it, and talking about, just like what you were saying, the potential of them having to release it, because the lake level is high, and we're coming up on rainy season.
yeah,
And eventually the Army Corps is going to have to start releasing, because if it gets too high, you're running the risk of breaching that dike,
yeah.
and then there's no more city of Okeechobee.
They said that the last couple of years they were letting more water off in the dry season to get it as low as they could, and then letting it fill back up and holding it all summer. And it just sounds like I don't know if they got off schedule or what, but I have not.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Al. Al says, ever fish Garcia?
Not yet. Garcia, Blue Cypress.
I went to Garcia one time, and I was younger. I want to say I was probably like 13 years old. So I haven't been up there in many years. But I'm the same as you. I'd like to get up there. I'd like to fish Garcia. All that stuff is all right there by headwaters. It's all right in that same area. Donkeyland, Headwaters, Stick Marsh. It's all Blue Cypress. They're all right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great cluster. So last year, thank you, Earl. You're a good man. I appreciate that. I'm only 14 according to Earl. I love it. I'm not even allowed to be on the live without a parent.
Yeah, Blue Cypress looks neat. I've seen. I guess MLF did their one of their big tournaments there a couple of years ago on Blue Cypress and Garcia and Stick Marsh.
Yeah, I haven't done those areas, and I haven't fished those areas in a very long time. And actually, Kenny and I were talking about the other day. With Headwaters opening up, it's getting so much publicity and stuff. It's almost like those other areas are now almost like forgotten.
Yeah.
Everybody's on Headwaters, and it's like you almost forget that you got Blue Cypress right there, Garcia, Stick Marsh. I mean, and those were the spots. Farm 13. Those were the spots back then. Before Headwaters was even a thing.
Now the other thing though is that I think Headwaters definitely takes a little bit off of Stick Marsh. But there's only, 32 parking places at Headwaters? Something like that?
Something like that. Hey, look, it's John. Should I answer it? Let's answer it. Hey, you're live on the chat. What's up? Good. Hold on. Let me put you on the speakerphone. There you go. John's here, everybody.
We're going to try to join here in a little bit, but we are rolling out the dirt road from Donkeyland. And we put a whopping 65 bass in the boat with Mr. Bruiser today.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Lindia caught 2 over 7.5. Michael caught 1 7.8. And I got a shitload of damn 3 and 4 pounders.
Hold on. So did Lindia beat y'all?
Yeah, Lindia got another victim. Lindia caught 32. I caught 18. Michael caught 15.
Okay. All right. So now I can go fishing with you because we were just talking. I was telling everybody, I said, you guys were out there with Michael, and I said, John's beat Lindia the last 2 times they were out there. Now they're taking Michael out there. I said, if Lindia gets beat again, I ain't going out with John and Lindia on Donkeyland until she beats somebody because I don't want to be part of the reckoning.
Oh yeah, well she ain't going out like that, I mean, she had our sponsor in the boat, and on the way there, she asked me, do we let him catch them or what? And I said, well, I want him to catch some, but baby, show it out. Dude, first fish in the boat was 7.5 pounds, and it didn't take 5 minutes, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, they were on again today.
Nice.
And we bring Billy Dean back after tomorrow, so.
So on what, Monday or Sunday? Sunday.
Yeah. So anybody anybody that's keeping count, that's 185 bass in our boat in a half a day, 1 full day, and we started today fishing at 11. So
look at y'all sleeping in.
Well, he has to drive 3 hours to get here.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in front of us now, and he's got a 3-hour drive back to Alva.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're in Alva.
Yeah. So let me get off the dirt road where I get a little better signal. If you'll send me the link to the live, we're going to try to join on Lindy's phone while we're driving home.
All right. I sent it to you in a text. See if you got it. If you didn't, just shoot me a text. Let me know that you didn't get it. I'll send it again.
Hang on, I can look now while we're talking. Is everybody doing all right tonight?
Yeah, everybody's doing good. Al's in here. Earl, Brimbass and Beyond, Charlie, Melissa. Kenny was here just a little bit ago, but he jumped out because we're gonna meet up by y'all actually tomorrow morning. he wants to meet up there by 5:30. So he and I are going to meet up there early and try to get on the early bite.
Yeah, well, Kenny won't fish all day, so make sure you holler at us. You can come by the house for a little bit.
Yeah, no. If we're off the lake early, if you guys are going to be home, I'll definitely give you a shout and swing by.
Oh, what do you think I'm going to be doing tomorrow, Doc? We fished today. What's that mean tomorrow is?
You're going to be cleaning the boat and editing.
Editing, yeah. I won't even clean the boat. It's freaking. We didn't get it that dirty. Yesterday was boat cleaning day.
Oh, okay. So y'all didn't get it that dirty? Oh, hey, dude, Steve, how's it going, man?
Doing good. Doing great, actually.
Yeah, there's Miss Lindia. She says, hey, everybody. I don't know if y'all can hear her. They should be in here just a little bit, guys.
Yes, she got another victim today. She's on top of the world again.
You go, girl. Proud of you.
And not just the victim. You know, he caught 15. She caught 32. And that's the man that makes the big jerk that she was using. But
she beat it with his own lure.
He was trying out noodle baits and all today.
Oh, was he?
He caught fish on 6 different bruiser baits today.
That's cool.
Dude, he broke out a big spinner bait with a damn with a tiny swimmer. It's like a super swimmer, but little, and started smacking them on a spinner bait out there.
Awesome.
Caught one on a chatterbait. He fished like speed worms. He fished all kinds of stuff. So tried a buzz bait. They never did jump on it, but we definitely impressed him. He, even though those are his baits, he was kind of impressed. He goes, y'all have it about dialed in here. I was like, oh, we got it dialed in here.
No, that's really cool. I'm glad he was actually able to, because I know you guys have been trying to get it worked out to where he could actually come down, and I know he was, texting you guys a bunch back and forth, and things were coming up with, just work and personal stuff with him about getting out there, and really glad he was able to get out there with you guys, and you guys were able to take him out there and show him what's up, show him what we do, Yeah,
I'm glad he caught a 7.8, but I'm glad he got his butt busted too. It all works out for the better.
Hey, listen, I'm probably more glad about that because now when I go with you all, Miss Lindy ain't gonna be out for that much blood. I know she's gonna try and whip that ass, but I mean, at least it's not gonna be an ass whipping with a studded belt,
Oh yeah, me getting her 2 in a row. She was right today. It was on. All right, send me the link. We'll try to jump in there in a little bit.
All right, man.
All right, man.
All right, see you
later, everybody.
Everybody says bye. Yeah, I had a feeling they'd be out there for a little while, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him the link. See if they'll be able to jump in here but that's really cool. Like I said, I'm glad she was able to get on it and get a win. Not so much out there at out there at Donkeyland, where John and Lydia just were, and but I have a feeling tomorrow when we go out to Chobe, Kenny likes to do a lot of punching, a lot of flipping, so maybe tomorrow, depending upon the situation and what we get into, or seeing where the bass are for tomorrow. But not so much out there at Donkeyland. It's a lot of hydrilla, shallow water. There's not a whole lot of lilies out there. And most of the time when we go out there and fish Donkeyland, it's swim baits on top. The big jerk like John and Lydia were just talking about. Slimmer swimmers. Really any kind of paddle tail swim bait and just kind of fishing them. Almost like John calls it, we call it top water finesse. You just kind of jerk it along the top, and I mean that's how we fish all day out there, and usually do really well.
It's nice too because it's pretty consistent. Shallow.
Yeah.
3-4 feet, and I'm telling you, I'm like John. If I'm in someplace deep, I'll never catch a fish. If they're not up shallow, if they're not up in 3, 4, or 5 feet of water, I'm not usually the one that's going to figure out how to get them off of 12 and 15 feet deep. If they're not up on the surface, in that first couple of feet, they're never going to see my lure.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way too, Rob. Like,
Unless I'm dragging a speed worm somewhere.
yeah, the most luck I'll have in deep water is, with like a worm or a Cinco, and just being patient and letting it get down there. But like over there at Donkeyland, I mean, if you guys have watched John Lindia's last few videos or any of the videos that, we've been out there last few times, I mean, they're in shallow water. I mean, my gosh, that 8-pounder that Lindia caught, it couldn't have been 18 inches of water that thing was sitting in. I mean, like if you watch the video, it's just, I mean, it's like this, and you just see this thing thrashing around, and I mean, the shallow water is that's that lake. It's just shallow water. Oh, the Big Easy? Yeah, I got some in the tackle box ready to go for tomorrow out there on Okeechobee. I got some Big Easies ready to throw. I got some big jerks from Bruiser Baits. I got a lot of Bruiser Baits, because John Lindia are sponsored by him. Michael sends a lot of stuff, and really good about giving us the hookup on a lot of the baits. So slimmer swimmers and the big jerks. So. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can tell. I've said it a few times. I'm excited about going to Okeechobee tomorrow, man.
That's
really am. I really am. It's so I had to wear my. I actually made this. This is one of my Coastal Fever shirts.
Yeah.
I did this design. Lake Okeechobee. So I'm not gonna wear it tomorrow though, out on the lake, because kind of like when you go to a concert, you don't wear the T-shirt of the band you're going to see. You don't want to be that guy. So I figured I'd wear it tonight.
What's wrong with being that guy?
You know what movie that's from, right?
No.
A movie called PCU with Jeremy Piven. David Spade was in it. It was made in the 90s.
Sounds familiar. I probably
John Favreau, the director of Iron Man, he was in it, and that was actually his character that was wearing the shirt of the band that he was going to go see. And he comes up to Jeremy Piven. He goes, "You're wearing the shirt of the band that you're going to see tonight." He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Don't be that guy."
No, I usually wind up wearing a fishing shirt to a concert.
I can't wait to go to another concert, to tell you. I mean, like, I can't wait for them to start up again. Last concert we went to, the wife and I went and saw Ballyhoo, the Expendables, and a band called Cashed Out. Cashed Out is actually up there by you. They're out of Orlando. They're the Orlando area. Kind of like punk reggae style bands. And they were playing over here in Jupiter in an area called Abacoa. And God, it was great. It's a real intimate amphitheater.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, and this is pre-pandemic, I would say maybe holds like 600 people.
Yeah.
And great concert. Loved it. It was so like we were sitting there after Ballyhoo went on. I'm sitting out there and buying a beer, and here comes the band, and I'm having beers with the band and hanging out with them and talking to them. And the day we went to that concert, my daughter had a dance competition down in Lauderdale, and we had the dance competition, came home, dropped the babies off with Papa and Grandma, and then went to the show. And he and I were talking. I said, "Yeah, it's been a long day. My daughter had a dance competition." And he's like, "Oh, your daughter's in dance?" And then we start, like, I'm sitting there talking to the lead singer of Ballyhoo, which is, I don't know if you guys have heard of that band. If you haven't, check them out. They're great. And he and I are sitting there, and we're talking about how much it costs for the dance uniforms, how much it costs for the dance, lessons and all this stuff. It was fun. But that was the last concert we went to before all this crap happened. Oh, John, you're home? All right, I'll post the link.
I think they're in the car still, but that's how they're.
They're in the car. Yeah, I sent the.
There you go.
Yeah, I sent the. All right, Brim Bass, 3 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna be up about 3:45. Good luck at Pickwick, man. Hope to see the video. Oh yeah. Just catching up with the chat. Al said that they have craws and swim baits used to redfish with them. Yep. And those big jerks too. There's John. Let's see if we can get him in here. There he is.
Yo, we driving in the truck, but we're here.
We can only see the side of your face.
Are you seeing the side?
Well, yeah, you don't have great
It is
lighting.
dark.
There you
I can't see the road.
go. Don't do that.
Yeah, I can at least listen this way.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Put your damn seatbelt on. Oh, we lost him. Hopefully his seatbelt's on, and that wasn't an indication of
we
something
still in
bad
there,
that happened. Yeah, I'm here.
You see darkness.
Watch, yeah. Listen to Miss Lindia. Watch the road.
Well, we're still on the dirt road, so it's okay.
Oh, you guys are still on the dirt road? Wow.
Oh, we fished till way after sunset.
It.
Yeah, we're not even off the dirt road yet.
Oh, speaking of, I better plug in this computer before we lose this whole thing.
I know when I said post the link, you said, "Oh, you're home." I was like, "Yeah, right."
I was like, you post the link. I saw the whole thing. I was like, "Dang, they must be hauling some serious ass."
Turn yours up so I can hear it.
The camera.
Now we got the echo.
There we go. Okay, I can hear you on Lindy's phone.
All right. So you might experience a little bit of a delay.
Y'all have had a heck of a week over there.
Yeah, we were talking about it because I was telling him earlier, John, about the 80, 83, and
Oh yeah, there's a damn delay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah, there's definitely a delay.
No, I'm gonna tell them. Man, we're gonna listen in. I can't hear good on my phone, so I'm just gonna be listening.
I hear you. Yeah, and then if you guys get home in time, we may have later on. We may have later on, guys. The owner of Tech Baits jumping in. So he's. I'm gonna message him on Instagram here in a little while. He said maybe sometime after 9 o'clock he might be able to jump in. Don't know if you guys have heard of Tech Baits. They're lure company, and so he might be able to jump in a little bit later on and check it out. All right, here's cobwebs off this old boy right here. There's the video Al just sent me. Had to clean the cobwebs off of it. Dusty old cobwebs off this old boy right here. Nice. And you're right. So fun when you get that thump. Yeah, I'd like to start punching.
I see a lot of guys catching some really, really big fish that way. And
yep. I don't know. Like many of the places you fish, Rob, are you able to do any? Is it lined up for punching or?
I could in some different spots. I struggle on the river if I hit the St. John's. I think flipping some of the lily pad edges along some of the places might be good. Definitely around different areas that if there's cover, I like going to Stick Marsh and but that's mostly open. You got some stumps, and I guess you could pitch around some of the stumps.
Yeah.
But some of the different places, there's a real neat place when I'm on Lake Yale. When you first launch, you come up the canal into the main body of the lake. it's full of lily pads on both sides and some gnarly stuff. And I know you can probably pitch around that quite a bit. I usually go out and find the hydrilla and throw chatterbait and swim bait and stuff around the hydrilla. And there's an area off to one side of the lake that's like 4 feet deep with a bunch of pads, and I alternate between throwing worms through it and throwing, I need to throw a frog a little more too. I really don't spend enough time with a frog.
Yeah. Earl, what's that? What, punching? Punching is taking jigs or anything with a heavy weight and punching thick cover. Getting the bait down there through some thick grass, some thick hydrilla, thick lily pad, and just punching that bait down through there and getting it down to the bottom and just, flipping it in there, letting it punch through, and then you just, work it and see if there's, something in there, something big in there.
Yeah, JT Kenny and Roland Martin both swear by punching, especially at headwaters. There's so many different areas to punch, with all the vegetation and mats floating around in there that push around. I bought a few tungsten lures. I bought some flipping hooks. I've practiced a little bit for the snell knot. I just haven't. I always get my old habits.
Yeah, I think we all do. We all get in our own habits, and we're comfortable. You find that thing that works, and it's hard to kind of get off of that thing that works. And it, you want to go back to it. How far are you from Istapoca?
I've never been there. I think that's down further south, isn't it? I'd have to look it up. I've heard it. I know it's got some big fish.
I've never fished there. I think it's kind of in between where you are and I am.
Is it down toward? Is it like close to Lake Kissimmee?
I believe it is
on that chain.
I believe so.
I've never fished Lake Kissimmee, and it would be probably hour and a half. It'd be closer to me.
Miss Lindy is sending some pictures. Hold on, let's see. Okay, all right, I got a couple. Yeah, look it up. Look it up, Rob. I think Istapoca is near the Kissimmee chain. Now, I fished Lake Kissimmee years ago. We had a good day out there. There's John and Michael Bruiser, or Michael, whose last name is not Bruiser, as John says, because his last name isn't Bruiser. Well, that's a nice one that he's got there. Get that up.
Nice. That's one of the sevens, I guess, probably.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the sevens.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Let's see. Oh, there's Miss Lindy, his big one.
87 miles to Istapoca.
Oh, so 87. There's Miss Lindy is.
I've been on Apopka a couple of times. Yeah, that's nice.
Right?
I've been on Apopka a couple of times and never caught. Okay, so it's over towards Lake Placid and Sebring.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's south of you. Yeah, so.
Ooh, that's even. Wow, that's way south.
Mm-hmm. There's the other picture that Lindy got there.
Yeah. Nice.
They had a good day. That's awesome.
Yeah, I need to mess around with Lake Kissimmee a little bit too. Although I've heard they've been spraying and doing stuff over there too. And if they would leave these frickin' lakes alone,
right?
I mean, I understand you got to do a little bit of something because the vegetation will take over. But if they would invest a little bit more in the mechanical harvesting, because if they never learned from Lake Apopka was one of the best bass fishing lakes in the whole country, and it's a lot like Lake Okeechobee. It had some heavy agricultural uses around it, and it got heavy with some pesticides, but it really got heavy with some fertilizers from the agriculture stuff. They were pushing water from the lake into the farms, growing their crops, and pushing the water back out in the lake again. And it took over with water hyacinths where you couldn't get a boat around out there. So they sprayed the crap out of it, and it all went to the bottom and formed a layer of muck and just killed the sand bottom on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been trying to save that lake for 50 years, and it ain't worth a shit now.
It ain't come back at all. Yeah.
They say a little. I've been out there, and I don't see much that gets me. I can be on Lake Apopka from my house in about 10 minutes.
Oh, so you're that close. Okay.
I'm that close, and I don't spend any time out there. I've been there a couple of times just to say I did,
Right.
But it hadn't impressed me yet. There's guys that have caught some big ones. I've seen some pictures of some big ones recently, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try it now and then, but I don't see enough of it really to. It's a big, big, big lake. It's third biggest lake in the state, I think. So, but they ruined it, and they've been trying to fix it for years. And when you get that muck on the bottom, when you keep spraying that stuff, and you keep ruining the lake and spraying poison in there, it's a bad deal. And these guys that get a spray budget, they don't ever come back with a full tank or half full tank. They spray the whole tank. They want that budget to stay. That's their livelihood. That's their business, is killing stuff.
Yep. So Al, you said they're both Apopka's almost 2 hours from you. Yeah, I think that's about because if Spoga's over there by Sebring and stuff, that's about because Chobe's about an hour from me. So Sebring area maybe about a hour and 45, maybe 2 hours from me. So you're only 20 minutes from Garcia. Okay. So you up at you up near the Vero area? Or maybe Port St. Lucie, something like that? Well, no, St. Lucie's a little bit further south.
I guess it'd be just straight down 27 out of Orlando. That wouldn't be that bad. It is still north of Lake O.
Oh, okay. So yeah, North End, and then head over towards Sebring. Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
North and west. Yeah. So.
Okay, so you're right on the verge of Vero and Fort Pierce. Yeah, I'm down in I'm down in Palm Beach County. I'm north end of Palm Beach County in Palm Beach Gardens. So we're probably maybe the Jupiter Lighthouse, if you're familiar with that, we're 6 miles away from the Jupiter Lighthouse.
Oh, flat out tungsten's part of bruiser and bass addiction. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, why was somebody asking about flat out
no,
tungsten?
I made a comment because I thought it was funny because I don't ever see them do anything but throw swim bait, And I saw the flat out tungsten thing come up. I'm like, what is that? That makes more sense. But I don't ever see them, flipping, but.
Yeah,
bass
addiction, bruiser baits, flat out tungsten, all the same company. Yeah, that's you're right, cool. Al. Snooki's over there in Jupiter. Thanks, Al. Yeah, I'm hoping to rip them tomorrow for sure. And good luck to you if you go out this weekend or this week. But thank you for stopping in. All right, Earl. Appreciate you stopping in, bud. Yeah, it's Al was saying the Snookies when I mentioned Jupiter. That Jupiter Lighthouse area is a killer spot for snook at night.
Yeah.
Oh man, by the dock lights. Yeah. Oh, you're telling Al good night. Oh, I said all right. I see. I thought you said night all. All right. Never mind, Earl. Stay in. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, that spot is awesome. My father-in-law and I have beat up that Jupiter Inlet area, and then north heading up towards the Stewart area. Just at night, fishing the docks for snook, catching big snook.
I've never caught a snook.
No?
Never.
You got to get out. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I really want to start. I got to get back into doing. Is getting out and doing some snook fishing at night. It's gonna be kind of hard to do that, and film it because it's dark out there. I got to get some lights to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Lydia says, John says they do flip. They flip them right in the boat.
I saw her jump down and bear hug one of them that was going to get away from her.
Well, yeah, because of the belly flop thing in the one video where she had the 8-pounder flopping around on the deck, and John was like, jump on it.
Yeah. Well, there was one. So, yeah, she practiced in one, and then she had to use it in the next one.
Yep. And then, there goes Earl got it. He says, and then they flip out. And then Michael made a little meme that I'm sure John still has on his phone. I got to get that. But he's got a guy. He's like big old guy doing a belly flop, and then he's got a big jerk. It says belly flop, and then it shows Miss Lindy on the boat kneeled down with her head down and says no belly flop. Yeah, we had a good time when we went out on the last video. John, Lindy, and I. We went. It was a weird day, for sure. When we went out that day, the peacocks were out, and they were swatting at the baits, but they just were not aggressive. They would just come up and just do a drive-by.
Yeah.
They were not as aggressive as they normally are. Normally, you throw a bait like that near a peacock, and it comes up. It's going to take it, and they just weren't. We caught that one small one that I caught, the Mayan cichlids. Yeah, you saw in the video.
You caught
they were out like crazy. They were all over. So, and like I was saying in the video, all right, hold on. There we go. John sent it to me. But in the video, people say they're good to eat. So the next time I snag one, I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to do a catch and cook. So here, that's the meme I was talking about. So it says belly flop, no belly flop. And like John said, you're famous when there's a meme made for you.
Well, they have been on fire over there at Donkeyland.
Oh yeah, no, it's John will I'll be at work sitting there teaching the kids, and John will send me a photo of him with a 6-pounder, and I'm like, I hate you. It's I want to be fishing. But no, it's cool. It's fun to get the text from him. But I love teaching, and but so it's fun, But they've been on fire up there.
Yeah,
it has been very good for them. So I know it'll die down when I actually get to go out with them. that's when it'll they stop biting. So but for them to pull that many fish in a few days
and all day,
they had one day one day where they went all day, and today they were out there at 11. The one day the first day that John posted the video that he beat Lindia, they were out late. They got a late start that day, and I remember he called me, around this time. It was 8:30 or so. He's like, we're just leaving Donkey Land, and tell me about their day and stuff. And then they went back a day later,
Yeah.
and busted out those like 80 something fish.
I may have to try that sometime because the one thing that drives me nuts about going down that far is, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to leave at 4, to try to
Right.
get out there at 6, and sometimes, it'd be nice to be able to, get up at daybreak at 6:30 or 7 and get down there at 9 or 10 and still have a chance at spending a bunch of time out there and putting some fish in the boat and not having to get up so early.
Well, yeah, because then you're making a whole day out of it,
Yeah.
And I hear, like, for me, it's I'm trying to do like two things at once. I'm trying to text the guy from Tech Baits. For me, it's almost a 2-hour drive. But it's not a bad drive at all. It's literally like I just jump on the turnpike and I get off at Yeehaw and hit 441 and then just 441 to the dirt road. So it's not like it's a crazy drive for me. It's just little long, but it's definitely worth it. Like I love going out there. I love going out there. It's just it's a neat area. And I've been really jealous the last couple of times that John and Lindy have been out there, not because they're catching fish, but just seeing the wildlife that is on the side of the road that they've been filming, turkey and deer and stuff. And I always look when we're driving out there. I always look to see if there's I want to see if there, and I haven't seen anything yet the numerous times I've been out there. So, and then John's like, even last night, was it last night? No, the night before when he called me and they were leaving Donkey Land. He's like, I heard him say to Lindy, "Oh, there's a deer right there." And it's like, man, that kind of stuff is really cool. And, that's kind of what I would like to see next time I go out there, So.
I got 2 on Wednesday, Lindy. I got elk. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
We're seeing elk. I did put the boat in the water on Wednesday. That was the first time. I bet I've only fished 3 times in the last 2 months.
Really?
And I didn't, and I went out there. I did not even take the GoPro with me, which was good. I only caught 2 fish. There wouldn't be a video anyways, but I didn't even take the GoPro. GoPro stayed here.
Now, Rob, your GoPro, you have it on the hat?
I do both.
Both?
I've got it on an old, what is this? The Yellow Tech. So this one's adjustable.
Okay.
So I can put this in the light pole in the boat, and I've got a light pole base right in the very front of my boat, where I can have it right in my face looking back at me.
Okay.
And I also film with a hat quite a bit. The hat gets heavy after a while.
That's what I was going to ask. I was like, how is it that,
And I have to consciously not look at everything around me with my head.
You got to look with your eyes.
Yeah, But you do see more of what's going on around me when I use the hat. I like the shoulder one that Lindy is using a little bit. That's not so bad. The guys using the chesty one seem to get their hands in the rod in the way of the shot a lot.
Yeah,
so
I like mine's here, and I always try to be very, put it on like the super wide.
Yeah.
So it gets a little bit more of what's going on.
Yeah.
But when I do set the hook, because you're here.
Yeah.
And your camera's here, so you're here and you're reeling. So I try to maybe up, or I try to keep it down.
Yeah.
And I consciously try to do that, but sometimes that all goes out the window when you set the hook, and then you see that fish is like big, or you got like, that peacock on that you don't want to get off. It's like, yeah, no, screw the footage, just get it in the boat.
Yeah.
We'll show him, so it's like one of those constant battles, for fishing YouTubers is where do you put the camera?
Yeah.
And like you said, with the hat, you got to be, cognizant of looking around, because I do that. When I cast and I'm sitting there, when I cast and I'm rolling it in, I'm already looking for the next place I'm filming, like I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, that's the next spot if I don't get one here. And so like if I had the hat GoPro, it would just be constantly like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Get them dizzy. And then you get short lined. You're already looking somewhere else at something when they hit right by the boat,
Oh, look at this. Hold on. If I turn it sideways, it's not, I don't know if it'll show up. Yeah.
Well, minimize me for a minute.
Hold on. Lindia just sent some deer, but the way that she sent the photo, if I turn it this, like that's the photo, but if I turn it, you won't see it, but there's 2 deer going across right there.
That's
there
cool.
and there.
Yeah, it's what is it, like 12 or 13 miles or longer out that dirt road each
12.
way?
12. Yeah.
Each way.
Yep. Yeah. So, 24 miles just to get to the ramp on the dirt road.
Yeah.
It's cool though. You sit there and you say it. You say it's a 12-mile dirt road, but like seriously, when you're on it, it doesn't seem that long.
No.
I don't know. John and Lindy have driven it so much, it probably doesn't even seem like that to them. But even the first time I went on it, they're like, oh, it's going to be a long one. And I was just, looking the entire time. You're only going like 35 mile an hour down it, maybe 45. I just,
not pulling a boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I wasn't pulling the boat. No, John. Hey, I've been behind John going down that dirt road, and he's doing every bit of sometimes 45, 50 going down it. Because there's certain spots in it where it's not bumpy at all. You can, Yeah, Lindia said 500 subscriber giveaway coming soon. Yeah, you guys are close. It's like 480, I think, is where you guys are at. Something like that. Yeah, I gained a bunch of subscribers last night. Yeah, and then lost pretty much almost all of them today. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, like 12, gained like 11 or 12 last night, and now like almost like 8 of them are gone. So I don't know why that happens. I don't know if it's something that YouTube picks up on, or if they just kind of like jump on you, and then the next day they'll just jump off. I have no idea. I don't know. You ever experience that?
Yeah, they up and down. People not watching your video. I don't know if some of them are actively clicking back off of you or not, but some of them click on you and don't watch a video or don't leave a comment. It's what everybody says. I don't know how true it is, but yeah, I quit watching how much it jumps a while back when I got to where I needed to be.
Right.
But, I think at one point I was subscribed to 4,000 channels trying to get my 1,000 of my own.
Oh yeah.
And I had to prune that back because I couldn't follow any of the guys I wanted to follow because there was too much other stuff popping up all the time on my feed of channels that weren't with me and weren't watching or commenting or anything. So at one point I pruned. I still follow them 400 or 500, but it's not the 3,000 it was at one time.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When I jump in those lives and stuff like that, and we're featuring channels and whatnot. If I'm subscribing to somebody, I'm going to try and be as active as I can. with their channels. I may not be able to sit there and comment every single video,
Right.
but because I have a job, because I have kids, I can't be on YouTube all the time. But as soon as I get the chance, and I can actually get, a few hours to sit down, I like to sit there and go on YouTube and just, go and, because I'm the type of person, I said it before, I don't want to sit there and just like kind of fast forward through your video just to leave a comment. I want to watch it because that's what matters. Watch time matters and the interaction. And, so, I again, it's like, I don't know if YouTube flags because maybe they said subscribe in the chat. I don't know. Or maybe they subscribe and then all of a sudden, if you don't jump on them right away. But then again, it's like I'm not complaining at all about it because I don't want dead subscribers.
Yeah.
It does me no good to have, 580 something subscribers and, I'm getting 20 views on my videos.
Yeah.
Because, that great. I have that many subscribers, but nobody's watching my stuff. Having 300 and whatever I have now, 360 something or whatever, 361 or 3 or whatever it is, and if I'm getting a decent amount of views, 100 here, that sort of thing, and just trying to build that up.
Yeah.
Because that does your channel no good.
Yeah, my biggest videos are ones that do well in search. So the that one about the little pump that I put in my John boat, the bilge, that one's getting up around 400 at this point. I had a feeling that one would do well in search.
Right.
My best one, I think, is one for catching shiners. It's like 25,000 views.
Nice.
But I got several at 4,000 or 5,000 views. So Reef Robber only fast forwards on small water charters videos.
That ain't true, but that's funny. Lindy is up at 482.
Yeah, they're getting there. Y'all are both getting up there, so it's just a matter of time.
No, listen, I mean, for just starting this, I mean, really, I consider the end of this month a year. I mean, I opened the channel up in February, and posted my first video in February of last year. But I didn't really start to like actually sit there and say, okay, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, go fishing. I'm going to post a video every week. I didn't start that until the end of May of 2020. So, the end of this month, I really consider that kind of like the year anniversary of me being serious about, posting videos on YouTube and becoming active on YouTube. And to be up at like 360, right now in a year, would I love for it to be 1,000? Absolutely. But, to be where I'm at and just, interacting, meeting you, meeting John, Lindy, it's been awesome. I love it. I'm very happy with the way that things have gone so far.
It snowballs for you though too. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. The longer you do it, the more active you are with, like you said, fishing with them and fishing and your live streams back and forth and the community that we're hanging out with, it grows. You meet more people and good things happen. So.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it's really cool because you get to meet people. I mean, it's been cool because we kind of have our little South Florida community, our Florida community, but it's also really cool, like with like JV, and all those guys and like Tubby Guy, and just being so far from what we're used to,
even if John and Lindy are transplants and they're not flow grown,
We'll adopt them.
They've been here for a few years.
They're adopted. They, hey, they did it right. They came down here. They came down here and did it right. They came down here and became Floridians. They didn't try and change it. Oh, here's John. Hey.
Hi.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on.
All right. Talking to Michael today, I had no idea he has a golf YouTube channel that has like 200-something thousand subscribers. He's like an expert on it. Turn yours down, maybe I can't hear. he said that subscribers are nowhere near as important as comments. He said our videos getting like 40 and 50 comments gives you a lot better YouTube score. He said that's the best thing you can do is the interaction in the comments.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You're right, John. And like John was just saying, it's the interaction on the video. YouTube, it used to be back in the day. I mean, obviously, you want the subscribers to get the monetization to become part of the YouTube Partner Program, but the thing that's going to get you there faster than just asking for subs is going to be the interaction on your videos. People hitting the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already hit the thumbs up button on this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on this video. But it's the interaction, it's the comments, it's the likes, it's the watch hours is what drives your videos, and kind of triggers that algorithm for YouTube to push your video out and do well in search. So, hey, Outdoor Fanatics, how's it going? Thanks for jumping in. I got John and Lindy on the phone. They're driving home from Donkeyland. You just got back from Orlando. They're coming back from near there. They're coming back from Donkeyland. Charlie, you're back. Cool. Welcome back in.
Anyway, I want to tell you, Doc, today was enlightening. He told me so much about YouTube. He said, he likes your channel. He said, the right thing is the interaction, and he's impressed with the no cussing every other word, something enjoyable. I had no idea he was such a big wig on YouTube. He said he was one of the first fishing channels on YouTube.
Really?
In the 80s. Or not the 80s. That's when he started filming. He started filming himself in the 80s fishing.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
That's awesome.
I'm about to die. I'm getting ready to die. But anyway.
What, your phone or you?
That was me. Probably I'm dying.
No, that was Rob. That was Rob. Rob's phone just went off. You're hearing Rob.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just cool. He knows all of us. He watches all the channels that are come in and out of us.
That's cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Cool. He watches all of them except for Reef Robber.
He fast forwards that one.
He fast forwards through Reef Robbers.
He fast forwards. If he don't, he damn dang sure will now. Especially when I tell him Reef Robber says the only damn baits to use are gamblers.
Oh, here we go.
To people not from Florida, that's Bruiser's biggest competition is gamblers.
Yeah. Hey, Swamp Donkey, thanks for stopping in, man.
Well,
Earl says
he's got a boat full of them, but I got to use them up before I can start ordering something else. So.
No, I got. Hey, listen. You text Mike on time. I got a bunch of Bruiser baits getting ready to go out there with Kenny tomorrow.
Oh, I will, dude. Like I said, he watches your videos. He knows. He has paid attention to what's telling us today. It was pretty cool for us. How good a job we're doing. Even don't worry about not having subscribers. They'll come. You're putting out content. Told us that we put out a lot more content than most of their, regional staff members and all that. Just a great trip. He told me to keep doing what we're all doing. He told me, what he told me the worst thing to do on your video is? Music. He said, watch, when you get big, music doesn't go as good. He said, it's good to get viewers, but he said, it's such a minor thing in videos that everybody worries about. Yeah, and he said, no intros. He said, he said, no intros, go right to your business and get out.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've actually heard that from a lot of. I don't know about you, Rob, but I've actually heard that from a lot of like the quote unquote YouTube gurus. If you watch any of them, like guys like Nick Neman and the Think Media Group and stuff, they actually say to get rid of your intros. Get right to it. Just be like, hey, we're doing this. Let's go. And
I've gone both ways on that. Some videos I've used intro, some of them not.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, John.
I was just saying, he did say, the way we do them, a little short, kind of telling you where you're at and all that. He doesn't call an intro. He calls, and I'm not calling names, but like Backwoods Hillbillies have that 3-minute intro. It's the same one on every video. He said people will get burned out on that same little thing time and time again, and they'll leave before they ever get through the intro.
Oh yeah, like when you got that pre-made, your music style intro, and yeah, no, I could see that. That makes sense. That makes 100. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
he said, which he told us, some of it, he's not. I'm sure he don't want to just. I don't know. He might would have cut on me if he needed to, but he said it's cool to have the funny laughing coming in, where you're going. But he said, yeah, the intros those are killers, and people that blare like he was saying rock music real loud. He said, as soon as you do that on every video, you pigeonholed yourself to people that like rock music.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes. Yep.
Even with Reef Robber one time, I put on that music. He said, hey, you finally found some good music, which it may not affect him, but in his mind, it made a difference on what music that was.
And then he fast forward through the rest of the video.
Holy shit, dude. We got like craziness going on.
Uh-oh, where you at? 441?
Yeah, we just had a truck roll up beside us with high beams and all that. It's behind us. We're behind a tractor trailer. Can't go nowhere. We're running 60. Dude, he just rolled up beside us like he was going to pass us. Maybe it was too close. Then all of a sudden he hit the brakes and went back behind us. I don't know what this cat's doing. So I'm going to jump off of here because I'm either going to start some road rage or have to finish some. So let me get off here.
All right, man. Yeah, we're only going to be going for about another maybe like 20 minutes. And then
we won't make it, but we're listening.
Yeah, I'll probably be ending in about 20 minutes because I got to get to bed and I got to meet Chatterbait in the morning at 5:30. But we're gonna keep it rolling here. And but if I don't talk to you guys the rest of the night, I'll say goodbye to you in the chat and everything. But I'll be calling you tomorrow once we leave. Once we're done out there on Chobe, and if y'all are home, I'll stop by.
Yep, cool. And thank everybody that came by, and thank Rob for helping you out since we couldn't get there. So.
Yeah, man. All right. Everybody say goodnight to John and Lydia. They'll be in the chat, but this is they're driving, so we want them to be safe. So.
And thank you, Doc, for pulling it on your.
Oh yeah, man. I enjoy it. I love doing this stuff. I'm glad Rob was able to jump in with me, and we've been having a good time.
Cool. All right, man. We'll keep listening.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. Bye.
All right. See you.
That is a good point though about the canned intros.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it real quick, Rob, and I can hear you. I'm just gonna go fill my water up because it's empty.
I've got one that I use sometimes. I kept it in 20 seconds because I was said the intro when I do use it is 20 seconds, but it does get. Sometimes I put it in there and sometimes I don't.
Yeah, see now when I started the channel, if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, you got
a whole year.
You got a shit ton more than I do, but I think I only have like 62 videos up right now, And hold on a sec. Got to break the ice up. But when I first started, I would do a intro and then I would put in. It was only 10 seconds.
Okay.
Of just the Coastal Fever logo, it underwater, and just the same music, and I was running that. And then I started looking at the analytics, and I would see that like hockey stick looking analytic. When people are. You can see when people come into your video and then when they leave your video or whatever, and people were dropping off, right there at the beginning, and it did get repetitive.
I do like to, if I've got something really big, I like to try to use that 10-second hook, a hook set, a shot of the fish, and then get back to the story of how the day went. With the big fish coming in order of when it was in the day.
Earl, you're a trip, man. He's on Earl. I'm almost at 190 or 91. Earl's like almost. Earl, what are you? You're almost at 800, not subscribers, just not 8 subscribers. But yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying, Rob. And it's cool to kind of experiment and try different things, Oh, videos.
Oh, videos. Okay.
All right. See, Earl, I was trying to make a joke and you ruined it. Totally ruined it. I thought you were making a joke. I had everybody going, and now it's ruined.
I'm bad about not getting enough B-roll or worrying that my B-roll will all look the same.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But
I
prefer to try to get a little, a quick, like you said, a quick intro of where I am and what I'm doing, depending on how much that I want to give out, and then a little B-roll of getting going somewhere, but get into the fishing quicker, because it doesn't matter how long my video is, they're going to watch half, which means that 25% of people watch the whole thing or let it run. And then some of them are going to click off after 30 seconds or a minute, no matter what I did,
Well, yeah. And I mean, you can't expect everybody that's, subscribed to you. I mean, or I do what I can, Doc. That's right, buddy.
Ain't water in that cup, Doc.
No, yeah, there's water. It's water.
I'll be right back.
I got water in both of them. I usually do 2 cups. That way I don't have to get up as much. But we had a Habit Burger for dinner. I don't know if you guys have ever had Habit Burger, and salty. So I'm like down in water like crazy. But Habit Burger is delicious, and I will take the saltiness. Then again, I did dip the fries in their ranch dressing because their ranch dressing is freaking amazing. So that probably has something to do with it.
So here's a question then, if just for everybody with your own videos, if you're doing some kind of, maybe not the canned intro, because I've kind of gotten away. I don't use it as much. I use it occasionally. But if you're doing some kind of a here I am and some B-roll, you're in probably the 20 to 30 seconds, or keep it under a minute. What kind of range do you give? And depending on the trip too. I mean, sometimes it's just, hey, you're out there with and Lindy is going to start fishing before the boat stops moving.
Oh yeah. With mine, I don't know about like you, Charlie, you, Earl, and anybody else that's in right now. But for me, last few videos, it's been a little longer, but I always try and kind of keep it short. Really, I feel if I'm going 30 seconds on an intro, I feel it's too long. I found, when I started messing around with some things, and there's a couple videos back where I was, just like, hey, what's going on? Let's go. And it was like 10 seconds, just getting right into it. I found that I was not getting that drop, for the beginning, instead of it saying like, hey, you're retaining, 60% of your viewers within the first 30 seconds, you're retaining 80. And, and then, like you said, you're going to get most people that are going to come in and watch your videos. You're going to get probably, they're going to watch half. If you got a 6-minute video, if you're somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 minutes, you're probably doing good because they're watching about half of it. You can't expect every single person that clicks on that video, especially if YouTube's pushing out that video. You can't expect every single person to sit there and watch the entire thing. In a perfect world, that'd be great. But
now cranking and yanking, his intros tend to be a little bit longer, but he's given the story of what's going on, and he's funny as hell with what he's talking about.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and his intro is more. I don't know if I would even call that an intro. Almost, it's almost like
it's part of it's actually half of the video sometimes.
Right. It's more of like a storytelling.
Yeah.
Almost like a vlog style storytelling, rather than it being kind of like its own separate entity of an intro and then some fishing. It's like the way he does his, it's very
More of a vlog.
intertwined.
More of a
Like a
vlog.
vlog.
Yeah.
And it works. And you're right. He's funny as hell. Him and the hillbillies. I mean, they're just. It's just crazy funny how you could sit there, and I watch the entire thing when they do it. I mean, because I'm like, okay, what exactly is going to go on in this one? Like, it's like, yeah, y'all hooked me, you got me intrigued, and I'm going to sit there and watch the entire thing. Pick up talk. That's exactly. You're right, Charlie. Yeah, and you're right, Lindia. John says that's why, we try to make the intros fun and get people's, that's your hook. It's your video hook. That's what's going to get the people to come in and start watching or stick around. Because you never know who's clicking on your video. We all watch each other's videos because we know what to expect and we're going to sit there and watch it. But, somebody who's not subscribed, somebody who just found our video because they searched Lake Okeechobee crappie fishing, or they searched, shiner fishing, or they searched, trophy catch or whatever, they're going to click on it and, they're there for a different reason than the rest of us are. We're there to support each other. They're there for a thing. They're there to figure, they search for a certain thing. They want to find that certain thing. They want to find it, find the information they got, and then get out. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't expect that person to sit there and watch the entire video. If you can hook them in, and get them to watch the entire thing, great, and turn them into a subscriber. That's what we all want. But you're never going to get everybody.
Yeah.
So that's the fun part about this, man. That's what I enjoy about YouTube. It's a challenge. It's just like when you're out there fishing, it's a challenge. You're trying to figure out the fish. You're trying to figure out YouTube. You're trying to figure out, hey, what do the bass want this day? All right, what do the people want? How am I going to position this video to get the most eyeballs on it? It's just that's what I enjoy about this. Because I'm the type of person I've constantly got to be doing something. I don't like to sit still. I feel like if I'm sitting still and I'm not being productive, and I always like to. I love to constantly learn. So. That's why I love this YouTube stuff and doing this, and that's why I love fishing, because it's a constant learning adventure every time you go out there on the water. You learn something new every time you go out. Yep, that's right. Yeah, Charlie painting in the live videos, exactly, and like you, Charlie. You're an absolute artist, and it's amazing. And you're out there creating, you're doing something, and then you combine that with the YouTube stuff. It's just, I love it.
Yep.
And I know, Rob, you've been a little. You said you were a little slow on the video stuff lately, but
I have been. But I just man, I don't know. I work is busy, and I've got my days off. I'm not working 6 or 7 days. I'm just working 5.
Okay.
But there's just been some mornings that I've got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and if I was meeting somebody somewhere, or if I had somebody come by the house, I'd have been up and go.
Yeah.
But when I'm by myself and I got no plans and no commitment to anybody, there's been some days I just got up and, you know what? I'm going in perfect weather, in spring when I should have been going fishing, and I wake back up at 7, and I don't know. It's a long haul down there, and I don't have that late morning or mid afternoon bite on most of the stuff up in the Orlando area consistently. Not enough to want to film anything, and I've taken some days off, but I really should have probably gone out and probably could have. I've got thoughts of going back to where I got the 10. The thoughts of going up a little bit further into North Florida towards the area around the St. Johns River and the just different places north. And there's different places I can be going, and I'm starting to get back into it probably, but it's a lot to work and to fish and to try to film it and to edit it, and it just gets to be a lot. So I just took my break at the wrong time of year. I should have fished all spring and taking the break when it got too hot to fish.
Right? Yeah, your break should have come here in about about like 2 months.
Yeah, you know.
No, hey, no, it is, and I'm really happy and very fortunate that my wife is very supportive of this because like Saturday mornings, I work all week. I teach, and I'm getting ready to come up on my summer break. But she knows my whole thing is I want to get a video out every week. And she knows, like, if I don't have footage or I didn't go fishing during the week, she knows, hey, Saturday, I plan on going out. Now, does that happen all the time? No, there's things that come up. But I try to get out, and she's completely understanding of it, and I love her for it. And, she's in there with the girls right now, getting them to bed. They're probably already in bed. And I'm out here, doing the live because she knows I enjoy it, and she knows it makes me happy. And, without that, without her support on it, I don't. There's no way I could do it. And she knows it's something I enjoy, and it's cool. Like I said, but it's like having a second job.
Yeah.
If you really want to be serious about it and put the time into it, but it's that cool second job because you're passionate about it. You're doing stuff you're outside, you're fishing, you're outdoors, you're hunting, you're trapping, whatever it is you do. So it makes it a little bit more tolerable. It doesn't really feel like a job.
Well, it's why I backed off of going live as much too, because I do work so many hours and I try to fish a little bit, and would rather spend my time being supportive of you guys. It's hard to be set in a day or 2 days or whatever at certain times because we're all busy.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to jump in and help with you guys because you guys need the hours. I've got my stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just playing with it now. So I like to be able to help everybody else out. So
yeah, and like for me, I know, like, since I'm yeah, you're right, Lindy. It's consuming, but it's fun. And for me, like I'm like I said, I'm still new. I'm only about a year in. I'm basically a year in, and so for me, it's doing the lives and stuff. It's not so much for me right now about the hours because in order for me to get the 4,000, it's going to take a lot. Continuing doing these and stuff. I enjoy doing these lives just because it's a cool Friday night hangout. I get to hang out with you and talk with you and. Everybody that's in the chat, like Mel and Charlie and Earl and, Crankin' and Yankin' and Al and, everybody that's been in here tonight and just getting to, sit there on a Friday night and BS and, talk about fishing, talk about the things we like to do. It's fun. Kind of, for me on a Friday night, it's a nice way to kind of, end the week and just kind of unwind and kick back and relax and talk about fishing, hunting and trapping and, just whatever BS comes up, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. But like I said, Miss Lindy, it's consuming. She agrees. So, but yeah, I think what we'll do, Rob, is I think we'll end it tonight. It's just about 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And I think I'm probably gonna. I got to be out there. I'll probably get up about like 3:45, 3:30, 3:45, and get my newly fueled truck up. My $3.11, $3.11 gallon per gallon full tank of gas up to Okeechobee.
Well, good luck, man. That should be cool. I hope you get on some good fish.
Yeah, I hope so too. And even if not, I am
hanging
like
out.
I said, I'm excited just to get out there and fish Chobe. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've been. It's been a very long time since I fished the north end for bass fishing. John and Lindy and I have been up there crappie fishing on the north end and had a blast and caught a ton of crappie. But for bass fishing on the north end, it's been a long time because I want to say it's probably about like probably about 4 or 5 years ago. was the last time I actually went out bass fishing on Chobe, and we were on the south end. We went out of J&S Fish Camp. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Looking forward to going fishing with Kenny, and so yeah, thank you, Miss Lindia, and I'll keep you guys posted. And like I said, I'll call you guys. Excuse me, I'll call you guys when we're done, and see if y'all are home, and I'll swing by. But guys, really appreciate everybody jumping in tonight. Rob, I really appreciate you jumping in, helping me out tonight. Makes it a lot easier with two people, you know.
That's right.
Had a lot of fun, guys. Charlie and Melissa, I said, I'm gonna tie this guy on tomorrow, and we're gonna see if we can't get something on it. Looking forward to the little top water action first thing in the morning. So, but really appreciate you jumping in, Rob, and
problem,
I'll let you know how we do tomorrow. And everybody in the chat, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Everybody have a good night, and support each other, support each other's channels, and looking forward to seeing everybody's videos. And we'll talk to you guys next week. We'll be over on Small Water Charters channel Friday Night Live at 8 o'clock.
Cool. Good luck, man.
Rob, good night, man. Take care.